wrong priority, because not only will population stabilize at this level, but will steadily start to decline. Meanwhile, those who are already born earlier are going to be growing older. And therefore, by about 2030, India is going to be facing an aging population without enough young people to support the older people. So that is the basic reality of the demographics. This one, it seems to me, is pure political finger pointing. They are trying to demonize a particular community. We've seen this in Assam, where they are concerned apparently about a certain number of quote-unquote migrant Muslim Bengalis. In UP, we know what Mr. Adityanath and his henchmen are interested in. Lakshadweep is 96% Muslim. So these are the three places in India where the BJP is pushing this policy. I find it quite bizarre and honestly not particularly helpful. One could even say that in many ways this kind of divisive discussion is anti-national, to use one of the famous or favorite criticisms of the BJP. Look, I'm sure the government has its own agenda, which is to basically push its bills through, regularize its ordinances. What does the opposition want? We want what the people are concerned about. Right now, the horrendous COVID situation, the terrible mismanagement by the government of it, and the vaccination policy, because every day people are lining up across the country in vaccination centers and there aren't enough vaccines. So this is a major issue for which the government has to be held accountable. A second crucial area is the overall cratering of our economy. GDP growth has been plunging down. It hasn't been so low in 30 years. On top of that, unemployment has never been higher ever since it was recorded. We've never had more unemployment as a percentage of the workforce. So we are looking at a very serious situation. We need answers on that. Third, certainly from our point of view, is the fact that a foreign country, the French, are opening an investigation into alleged corruption in the Rafale deal, where a French juge d'instruction, an investigating judge, is conducting an inquiry. And we in India, it's our money that was spent, our taxpayers have paid for these aircraft. We have not inquired or made any investigation at all. We need to ask the government about that. The situation in many ways on the borders of our country, very troubling. China's refusal to disengage and withdraw and restore the status quo ante before April of 2020. That is, after 11 rounds of talks, they have not been able to do that. And to my mind, this is becoming an issue that the government needs to take the nation into confidence on. Similarly, next door, Afghanistan. Where is that country going at the moment? What is India's perspective? You know that our taxpayers have spent $3 billion of our money invested in Afghanistan. Is that all going to go down the drain, the Taliban coming back to power? What are our options? These are also important questions. And then who knows what else is going to come up between now and tomorrow. I think everyone is hearing rumors of some very major revelations in the international media. I'm sure the opposition, if these things happen, will want to take them up as well. So there is a lot on the plate. I've only given you a few examples. To my mind, this doesn't exhaust the list. So we will essentially want to use Parliament, as it's meant to be used, as a forum for accountability of the government. And the government, I'm afraid, is going to try and want to use Parliament as a notice board. This is where our two differences are, and we want to stop. We want to make sure that the government actually discusses issues rather than stalls and just gives us information and goes on. That won't work.